Alright, welcome back guys. It's so good to be back. Thank you for coming back to the channel. Today we have a special treat. This is my reef tank, and it's been a long time since I've done an update on my reef tank, and I absolutely love this tank. It's one of my favorites. They're all my favorites, but this one has a special place in my heart. I just upgraded, so if you guys have been following the progression of this reef tank, you'll wonder why everything was rearranged again. Normally you want to keep your hands out of a reef tank. If you do have corals, you don't want to constantly have your hand in the water and moving things, because it's not good or healthy, because you can get contaminants in the water, and corals are really finicky. If you guys have ever had a reef tank, you just got to be really careful, and they love stability. They don't like things changing. Stability is the key to having corals. That's the biggest trick, is to keep your water parameters stable and healthy. So like we always do, I'm gonna go left to right. A lot of things have changed. You might see some that aren't here that I used to have. I sold some because I upgraded my system, and I just had a lot of rearranging and selling to do because I wanted a new tank. My old one had scratches in it, and it was time. So right here we have a beautiful, this is a leather coral. This is just a gorgeous green devil's hand. This is huge, really big. It's my biggest coral in the tank. He has a really big trunk on him, and just a beautiful neon green coral to look at. As you see, and I have a bunch of different fish in this tank. I have the fox face. I have, this is a rainbow wrasse, paddlefin wrasse, some people call it. I have multiple types of clownfish and maroons, and I have clarkies, and so a lot of fish. This is a Niger triggerfish, and it's one of the only reef safe. The blue jaw is also a reef safe triggerfish, but this Niger trigger has never touched my corals. All the other all the other triggerfish that I've ever kept have eaten corals, so this guy has really been safe for me. This is a clarkie clownfish, and we got the zebra damsel, beautiful damselfish. And this guy, just getting huge, by the way. This is an aptasia eating filefish. It's also a chameleon fish. It can change colors. And if you guys look back in, I think one of my first videos ever, you can see the aptasia eating filefish changing from like yellow to brown. So go back to my video from, I don't know, one of my first ones, and I showed you guys about that. So if you want to see them change color, it's absolutely amazing. I caught it on video, so super cool moment. Anyways, back to the corals. We got a beautiful rainbow recordia right here that I can't really get a good picture of. Just absolutely stunning. It's on the back of that rock. I love mushroom corals. They're so pretty. And we got a leather toadstool back there. The polyps aren't out. A lot of people, when they buy, you can see this one is another toadstool leather, and then you look at that one and you're like, well, where's the green polyps on that one? It's not extended. That must be dying or not healthy. But that's not the case. They actually go through a shedding process once a month, I think it is. You can see them just kind of not extend out like this one is, and they kind of retract, and then they shed off the top layer of their skin. That's just kind of like their growing process, how they get bigger. They shed, they don't retract, they don't extend, they just keep retracted, and then they shed off a layer of skin, and then it gets bigger, and then they just come out again like this guy is. So super cool. I have other toadstools here. This is a neon green toadstool, and this one over here obviously is just like a purple, it's like a purplish color toadstool. Sorry, I can't talk. Right above those guys, we have the Kenya tree. Look at this. This Kenya tree started off as like one little tiny branch. I'm serious, it was probably about the size, I can't even see. Okay, so you see these little branches? I'm talking just one of these, like right, if I zoom in, just one of them, like right about, all you saw was like that. And then it turned into this giant tree. I love the Kenya tree. It's a super easy coral. If you're having problems with a Kenya tree, then you really should never buy another coral until you can grow that thing, because that has to be one of the hardiest corals I've ever kept. So down below we got more. This is a beautiful type of Rhodactis mushroom. It's just a neon green Rhodactis. I have another Rhodactis over here. I look at this one, guys. I've always loved this Rhodactis. I've shown it off in other videos, but just check it out. I could not let go of this. I'll never sell this one. I'll keep this as long as I keep saltwater. This Rhodactis is my favorite, probably of all of them. I have another one right there, kind of like a reddish color. This one's more orange. Right here to the right is another mushroom. If you can't tell a theme, I love mushrooms. This is a Recordia yuma, so it's a different type of mushroom. So this is Rhodactis. This is a yuma. You can see the patterning difference on these. You can just kind of tell just by the pattern. And oh my gosh, look at this. I'm so proud to be an owner. I just scared him, but I'm proud to be an owner of a healthy Coral Beauty angelfish. It's so hard to find one of these that isn't sick, and it's hard to keep them clean from ick. Like, they're so prone to ick. A lot of people know that blue tangs get ick really easily. Well, so do the Coral Beauty angelfish. It's been really a challenge for me to get one that I could keep healthy and not have ick. I'm succeeding though, and I think a big thing about success is to make sure that your fish have the proper nutrients. I believe you can battle ick with the proper nutrients. If they're healthy fish, then they have more of an immunity against ick. That just is what I've learned, is just make sure you feed enough and make sure the fish that you have are getting the right kind of diet. That's really important to fighting off ick. I think that's number one. I know some people talk about having UV sterilizers, which I do. I have a small one. But yeah, I think proper nutrition is the best fighter against ick for a saltwater tank. But moving along, I do have more mushrooms. This is another type of Rhodactis. This is a beautiful, it's just like really, every single mushroom I have has its own personality. And then right here we have my starfish. I do have a marbled Fromia starfish. So, and this guy is probably my most interesting. This may not look like a mushroom, but it is. It's called an elephant ear. And right underneath that rock, you can see how big my engineer goby has gotten. He's gotten huge. So, just absolutely beautiful, stunning fish. That's not an eel. That is an engineer goby, and it's one of my favorite saltwater fish. He's getting to be an adult, so he's getting vertical stripes instead of horizontal. When an engineer goby is a baby, they have horizontal stripes. So, yeah, super beautiful. He's getting his yellow vertical stripes. I love it. But, okay, I have another really special guy back there. That's you can kind of see his whiskers, his tentacles, sorry. This is one of my favorite crabs. There's a lot of crabs you can have in this hobby. There's many different types, but I'm trying to get a good shot of him. Kind of see him. This is a coral banded. Here we go. Hold on, I'm trying to. You can have. Oh, I can't get him very well. This is a coral banded shrimp. I have a bunch of crabs. I don't know why I said crabs. He's not a crab. I'm tired. I need to go to bed. But no, this is a coral banded shrimp. Sorry. But yeah, there's a bunch of different crabs in here too. I have maybe 4 different types of crabs in here. You can have emerald crabs, you can have blue leg, red leg crabs, and they all kind of help out eat the food on the bottom that the fish miss. But yeah, I got a lot going on in this tank. I hope you guys are enjoying it. And I know there's so many in here that I can't really get them all at once, but hope you guys love the coral tank just as much as I do. And if you have any questions, go ahead and drop me a comment in the comment section. And thank you guys so much for subscribing. I know I took a big break on doing videos. I was super busy, like I said, and it's time to start updating you guys. So yeah, everyone's doing good. I've had this yellow tank forever. You guys probably have seen him if you've been around grow up, because he started really small, but now he's so beautiful. And yellow tangs, you can't really purchase them for as cheap as you used to, because Hawaii shut down export of their fish, and yellow tangs are exclusively from Hawaii. So yeah, if you want to support, they do have captive bred yellow tangs, and they cost you a little bit more money, but this one was definitely wild caught, because I got him probably about 2 years ago now. So really beautiful fish. But yeah. Oh, and how could I do a reef tank video without talking about this guy? This guy is my Midas blenny, and he just kind of watches over everybody on his perch. He loves to perch up here. He feels safe. I think he feels safe up here with all those guys down there that are bigger. This is one of my favorite saltwater fish. He chose, normally Midas blennies choose rocks, and they kind of live in rocks, but this guy chose the top of one of my power heads. And this is his home up here, so he loves it. He spends his days and nights just hanging out, looking out at the tank, because he gets a beautiful view. I'm thinking he's just looking at the rocks, you know, because he gets to look down at all the pretty corals, and so he kind of has the best view of the whole fish tank. But yeah, such a beautiful fish. This is a Midas blenny. They have blue eyes. It's one of the few fish that have blue eyes, and I just love how some of the fish have different colored eyes. But really cool yellow and blue eyes. So he has blue eyes and a yellow body with a white belly. But yeah, he's like, get away, this is my area. There he is. So alright, that's enough for now. I will see you guys back next time. Come back and I'll try to have another really interesting video for you guys. And if you have any suggestions on a video, let me know, and I'll try to do that too. So hope everybody's doing good. God bless. Have an amazing day or night whenever you watch this, and I'll see you next time.